Hi, in this class we'll discuss about the major scale in the music here. So if you look at this major scale in the music here, so as we said in the previous class, we were discussing about the keys in the piano, the octave in the piano, all those things, right? So here this class is extension to the previous class here, okay? So what we call a major scale in case of this in music is that here. So first of all, you should understand the term, what do you mean by a scale, okay? So the scale is a sequence of arrangements of a keys in music where we say this is which gives when you play this keys in a sequential manner, you will get a pleasure sound. Okay, so for example here, what we say is that here, say for example, this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, this is G, this one is A, this one is B. So when you look at this one here, so these are the white keys, no? So these white keys are given the name, okay, isn't it? So if you could follow the previous class, okay, where I was discussing about another point, that is the tone, the difference between one key to the other key is a half tone, or we can call it as a semitone. So the difference between two half tones, okay, this is a one half tone and another half tone, so this will be called as a one single tone. So the musicians, what they do is they will be calling this one as a full scale. In some scales also, what they'll do is, in some generally in some books or in textbooks also, what we can call it is, here this one it can be called it as a, instead of calling it as a half tone, instead of calling it as a half tone, sometimes you can also call it as a semitone. Semitone. So this is one half tone and this is another half tone. So as the result, what would happen is this becomes the distance between this tone to this tone, this distance becomes a full tone. Full tone. Or this full tone is also called as a whole note. What do you call this one? Whole note. Okay. So based on this, so the scales, the major scale is designed in such a way that, so the distance between this C to D is a complete whole tone. Okay. So likewise, you can see this is also D is going to have a half here and another half is going to be here. So hence this is also going to be a whole. Okay. Now if you observe here, as I said previous class also, there is no black key between E and F. So hence this will be only half tone. Okay. So that's why they'll write it here like a H here. The distance between E and F, the tonal distance is half. And if you look at this F to G, so there is a one black key is in between. So totally this becomes a one whole tone, right? And likewise, same thing is between the G and A. Okay, again this is going to be a whole tone. Likewise, the same thing is going to be in between this A to B, a half tone and another half tone. So totally this one. Okay, and if you observe here, after this B anywhere, so just I'll take this one example here, one simple easy way to where you can see this diagram. So for example here you can see, so C, D, E, F, G, A, B. After B, the next letter is C again. Can you see this observation here? So there is no black key in between B and C. Okay, so hence what would happen? The distance between B and C will be another half tone. So hence here becomes a half tone. Okay, so that's the reason why whenever we write this major scale, okay, that major scale is written is like this. Okay, whole, half, whole, half. So this is the way to represent the major scale. So Means what you mean by this scale is that here, so I'm going to start with the C here. Okay, for the C scale I have taken example and then I have written here. So likewise the same pattern if I follow for everything, means when so for D also if I follow same pattern, for E also I follow the same pattern. So all those things when I follow it, so then that would be the major scale for D, major scale for E, major scale for F, like this. Okay, so we will discuss that in the upcoming classes. So at this juncture, what you have to understand is that here the major scale means that it represents the musical tone difference. Okay, the tonal difference between C and D is half. D and E is this D, C and D is the complete whole. Okay, two halves is called as a one single whole. D and E, two halves is called as a one single tone, so that is called as a whole. Likewise, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So if we represent this, if we take this scale as a consideration, that is called as a major scale. I hope you understood this class. Thank you.